Okay, we got it sanded.
Is that all you sanded?
Yeah, I got it sanded.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you like that?
But my next door,
And you didn't even hear it, did you?
This is like magic.
Okay, now we're back to truck mode. And I'm going to mount it like we had it on the end of the chuck. You got it lined up.
How about that?
Okay, now we're going to work on the profiles here. Okay, I'm just going to use a regular spindle gouge. Kind of getting in mind here what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put a bead here at the bottom. And I think I'm going to taper in a little bit. But you know what? We're not ready to do that. We got to drill this out, the spout. We wouldn't have to, but I prefer having it drilled so I kind of have an idea of where, how far to turn it down. Three-quarter inch hole, and it's going to go 2 inches deep, or basically the length of the drill bit. And I'm going to slow it down. About 500 here to drill. Doesn't look like it's in the center. Make a new center, I guess. Never always put your hand on the chuck. let that cool. Now, I'm going to taper this a little bit for a cork. You need either style cork here, but we want this to kind of go in where it's pretty flush. Like you won't have to go far on that one.
Hey, you already got it.
Plus, we want it to kind of taper in so that liquid will roll back in, you know, when you're pouring. We're going to go back. And use a spindle guide to get in a little. And a tip on fitting this cork, I make sure you have a handle on it. It's possible. Okay, that one would work. We'll call it good then. I'd like to smooth it a little bit. Okay, we can go back. This is really an exercise in mounting, remounting, and all right. You know, actually, I want to reduce the size of that and do it again, because as we come back to do this face, these faces, it'll be easier to have a little clearance here. So, and we've got enough thickness. Use a little steeper grind chisel so I can get more detail.
Are those bottle stopper corks you're using there, Mel?
Pardon me?
Are those bottle stopper corks you're using?
Bottle stopper what?
Corks?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the cork was, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you get them, you know, they come pre-drilled. They're cheaper. Really like a smaller tool rest so I can get my finger underneath here. Got a little fuzz here. Okay, good enough for a demo. So now on the base, I'm not going to make it, I'm going to actually end up cutting it off here because it doesn't need to have a big tall foot, you know, that way it's a little more stable. So I want to leave it kind of as wide as I can. So, Always turn it off. So we want to cut it off about here. First, take the screwdriver that's been sharpened to a point. Take your guitar string, a little mark on it. I'm going to let that go. And now we can sand it. We can sand all this up. Fade out. Fade in. We got it all sanded up and cut off. Huh? Look, the magic box back here.
Maybe you could show that to Marty.
Okay. So now we're going to mount it in this recess. Because you can't get much water in it yet. And I didn't do it, but I like to kind of line up the spout. Where's the number one go? With the number one jaw, in case I need to remount it. That way I kind of know it's same. Okay. We're going to drill another hole. Gotta have a bigger one.
Got a heckler in the back.
This hole.
Should have had that guy that sanded it put a bigger hole in it, you know?
Yeah. All right, this is an 1.5 inch, and we're going to make it about, no, this is a 2-inch hole. We'll make it about 1.5 inches deep. Kind of like so. And also need to keep into consideration your recess here. Is about 3/16 of an inch. So I'm kind of shooting for like about 1/4, 3/16 wall thickness. Now really, it's not going to hurt if it goes deeper than that because you're going to put a plug on it anyway. But I just like to have it neat inside where nobody sees it.
That's not a metal bit either, you don't want to be drilling into stuff.
That's right. Yeah, these Forstner bits are hard to sharpen. I'm just going to double check it. That's, yeah, it's about 1.5 inches. Then we got about a 2-inch piece here. We take 3/16 off, another 3/16. So that's about 1.5 inches, close enough. You need to slow down again. Even more so on this. .500, probably drop to 2 when I get the drill bit in. Helps if you tighten that bit up. Ran out of quill. Right there? You won't let that one cool. Now we can go back up to speed again. You get to know your lathe when you're doing these. Huh?
You get to know you need a variable speed.
That's exactly right. Even though on my variable speed I have to drop it down a bit. All right. Now we're going to hollow it. I had a couple options. This brute. This is what I used on my first one. Because I didn't have. Where'd it go? Because I didn't have an easy wood tool.
Easy wood tool.
Yeah.
That's the one that tore my arm up.
These are good for this. Vaughn and I were talking to the owner of the company, the developer at the symposium. I should have known better. But I talked to him like I didn't know that he wasn't. I talked about the tools like I didn't know who he was, and probably made some remarks I shouldn't have. But he was gracious.
Fun, I don't want to.
Yeah. Is it coming out of the hole yet? Out of the spout? Yeah, that's the handy thing about hauling this out. Once you get so far, you got an escape for the chips. Then you kind of need to keep an eye on how thick you're going, of course. You got quite a ways to go, but fade out,
Fading.
fade in.
Fading.
We got it all hollow.
And
And sanded. Well, now, you don't really have to do a lot of sanding on the inside. I think I did on this one, but I do like to sand where this intersection is, you know, for the spout hole. Just because you can see it down in there. You never get your finger in there to feel it, but you can see it. All right. Now then, we're going to just shape this face. What we want to do is taper this in just a touch so that when you put the medallion on there that it'll, you know, fit good. And then just kind of smooth this out, blend this in on the edge. I did get this wall a little bit thin, so we'll see what happens.
Uh-oh.
And when you're doing this is where you got to be real careful because you can get into these wings coming out here. So, I'm only going to go like halfway. But I get it smooth. And I want to come from the other way. Can't see. got a ridge here. Okay, you get the idea. I'm having to rush here. Then you finish this all up, sand it. If you want to put grooves in it, or you can texture it, you know, whatever. Now remember, your medallion is going to go this is oak, so I'll probably use oak. I'm not going to have time to make these. But that's going to come out here about ½ inch at least. And we take this off, turn it around, do the same thing to this side. And when you do, after that's all done, after we got this shape, you might square up, because we put a little dovetail on here. You might square that up a little bit so that that medallion, when we make that medallion, we'll make a tenon just the right length, will fit down in there, and that's where you get your glue surface along with the rim. So I think my time's up.
Did you offset this with Mel?
Yeah, but that one, let me see it. That's the case, and I didn't realize it until it was too late. It's offset, but unintentionally, okay? The reason is, you know, my concentric circles, I skipped a circle. So I didn't get this part turned down far enough. So the danger in that, when you're hollowing, this is going to be thinner than up here. So you could have a leaky canteen. Anyway, that wasn't intentional, but a woodturner would see that. Any questions? Sorry, I seemed rushed, but
How'd you do the foot? Bottom of the foot?
I didn't do anything here. I just sanded it off.
You just sanded it?
Yeah, I tried on one of these other pieces. This one, I tried putting turning it. I made a long skinny chuck, and mounted it, and then I couldn't get it to behave, stay, because this is tapered inside here, and I just gave up on it and sanded it off. Well, any other questions?
That original design from you, Mel, or?
No, I got this idea from originally from Dennis Liggett in Colorado. He was at the Northland one time in a seminar, and saw it up there, and then another guy, David Reed Smith, which by the way is a very good website, davidreedsmith.com. He's got a lot of jigs and a lot of chuck modifications and stuff. And then also Jimmy Clues, and Tim Yoder has a YouTube video on it.
I seen a guy out in Utah at the symposium out there. He was from Europe. He turned one of them things with just a spindle couch, the complete thing.
Hollowing and everything?
Yeah, he's an old guy about my age, and he's been turning ever since he was a kid. That's what he did. He's a professional turner.
Wow.
He's from the Eastern Bloc.
Wow. Well, I thought about using this cube.
I couldn't believe that old man. Boy, he was.
Well, that's it, I guess.
Thank you.